Shalom, shalom. First off, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Bahashim, Racha Kodash. Yahweh is the true name of Heavenly Father, who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai is the true name of the Heavenly Father's Son, the Son of Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. I want to give double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone who I learned this truth from, and peace and blessings goes to the hopeful members of the elect, my brothers that are out in the highways pushing his word and his truth in sincerity. I'm the brother Isaiah from GMS Los Angeles, and in today's lesson, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. But in today's lesson, I'd like to go into how these nations stood afar off for the fear of her torment. All right, and the her is referring to America, the virgin daughter of Babylon, which will utterly be destroyed by fire. All right, and the inspiration of this lesson comes from, this, the recent fires that's been happening here in California here alone. You have three major ones. And this one you're particularly looking at right now, this is the smoke. All right. And when I saw this, I was, quite far away. And, what appears to be so close is really far away. All right. And this is just a natural fire. Okay. This is just a natural fire. And what came to mind was, what is it gonna look like when the Lord destroys this place by fire? Because this is how this place is gonna go out. All right, it's gonna go out by fire. All right, nuclear fire, not just the nuclear fire, but as well as the chariots. All right, as it is written, Isaiah 66:15, the Lord will come with fire. All right, He's gonna bring fire to this place. All right, and this place is utterly going to be destroyed in 1 hour. All right, and that's what I thought of, when I saw this fire, is that, when America's utterly destroyed, these nations are going to be able to see it. All right, because that's how great the destruction is going to be. They're going to see the smoke over torment. All right, and not just looking outside. This is going to be, when America is destroyed, it's going to be breaking news in every station, in every language, all around the world. Everyone is going to know that America is destroyed, man. All right, you're going to have people that are going to rejoice, America's enemies. You're going to have people that are going to wail. All right, and as it is written in the book of Revelation 18. All right. But let's get that. All right, let's start from the first verse, Revelation chapter 18, verse 1. It says, "And after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, is fallen." Right, what is Babylon? All right, people think of Babylon, you think of ancient Babylon, which was in a place known today as Iraq. All right, and if you go into history, Babylon, ancient Babylon, was never destroyed by fire. All right, nor was it destroyed in the hour as we're about to read. All right, this Babylon is referring to the virgin daughter of Babylon, or Babylon the Great, which is America. This place is gonna fall, and it's gonna fall greatly. All right, it says, "Babylon the great is fallen, and has become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird." And when is this going to take place? This is going to take place after the destruction. All right, you can read Isaiah the 13th chapter. You can read Isaiah the 34th chapter. All right, how how America will soon be a big desert that will hold desert creatures, man. Okay. It says, verse 3, "For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication." Why? What is that? Her democracy, her ways. All nations have accepted the ways of Babylon, the ways of America, which is their democracy. Okay, it says, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. Right, the merchants of the earth. All right, merchants from, different merchants from China, different merchants from Mexico, Canada, Taiwan, Vietnam. All right, just naming a few places that send out the merchandise, import their merchandise to America, man. Okay. So again, committed with her, and her merchants of the earth have waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies, because America gets a lot of imports from all around the world. All right, and all nations are sending their goods here. All right, their clothing and all different type of merchandise have gotten rich off this place. And this is why, going back to the statement I made earlier, how you're going to have people that are going to mourn. They're not going to mourn because America is destroyed. All right, they're going to mourn because they're not going to make any more money. They're not going to continue to wax rich through the abundance of her delicacies. Okay. And verse 4, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that you receive not of her plagues. Right, and the people is referring to the Israelites, not all Israel, but the elect of Israel. That's gonna be that's literally, we're gonna hear that, man. All right, because in the midst of the destruction, in the midst while the missiles are flying over here, all right, the Lord is gonna beam up his elect. That's why when you go to Peter's, let's get that real quick. All right, First Peter chapter 4 verse 18. And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear? Right, the righteous are scarcely going to be saved, because it's gonna, when the destruction is going to come, everything's going to happen within 1 hour, man. All right, 1 hour. Within that hour, you're going to have missiles flying over here or hitting certain parts of America, which the missiles are going to hit all of America. Don't get me wrong. All right, all of America is going to be burnt up with fire. All right, but as the fire is touching down upon Babylon, the elect are going to get beamed up. That's why it's referred to the righteous scarcely being saved. All right, so that was the point of that. Let's go back to where we left off. Verse 4, it says, again, it says, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that you receive not of her plagues. And what is being partaker of her sins and receiving her plagues? That fire, man, which you are going to have a lot of our people that are going to receive her plagues. They're going to be partakers of her sins. Okay, which is what? All right, a lot of our people, they're all into Babylon. All right, and it's going to come to show when they take that MOTB. They're going to feel the wrath of the Most High's indignation. Okay, they're going to receive the Most High's indignation. They're going to receive the punishment for being down with this system and taking that MOTB. All right, which is what? By fire. Because that's the plague that the Lord is going to bring upon this place, man. All right, and the ones that's going to escape that is the elect. All right, verse 5, it says, for her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High hath remembered her iniquities. Right, all of her iniquities, ever since this place was established. All right, ever since Esau came over here, man. All right, the Most High remember all of her iniquities. All right, it says, reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works. And the cup which she hath filled, fill to her double. Verse 7, how much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously. Right. America, is live deliciously, live luxury, man. This is the place to be to a lot of these people. I mean, you see people from all around the world, especially third world countries, that don't have the luxuries like America does. They fight tooth and nail just to come here, and really they're not fighting as hard as they used to, because the border is open. They can just come in. They could just come in as they please. All right, but again, how much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her, for she saith in her heart, I said a queen and no widow, and shall see no sorrow. Right, you have these people over here in America thinking that America is never going to be destroyed. Right, America is never going to be touched. What they see going around third worlds of children starving, of war, of not knowing where you're going to eat. All right, not knowing when you're going to sleep, and the list goes on. That you don't see that here. These people don't think that's ever gonna come. All right, but that's gonna come here to Babylon, man. All right, it's gonna come. All right, it says, therefore shall her place come in one day, death, mourning, famine, and she shall be utterly burnt with fire. For strong is Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, who judges the right. Her plagues is coming one day. All right, one day. And she utterly going to be destroyed by fire, man, burnt with fire. And this place is referred to, when you read the previous chapter, is referred to the whore. And what is a punishment for a whore? You burn her. You burn her with fire. And this is exactly what the Lord's getting ready to do, man. He's about to burn this place down. All right. Which is going to shock the whole world. Going back to the statement I made, you have people that are going to rejoice, America's enemies. All right, you're going to have people that are going to be afraid. Okay, you have people that are going to mourn, which when you read, we're going to find out those that are going to mourn, right? Verse 9, it says, and the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her, right? The kings of these other nations that have taken upon democracy and the ways of Babylon, all right, and gotten rich while their people suffer. All right. But the leaders of these different nations have gotten rich because they took hold and committed fornication with the whore, man. Or allowed Americanization, allowed their ways upon their people, man. All right, it says, and the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning. And that's what I should name this video, the smoke, when they shall see the smoke of her burning. Now, why are these different nations gonna mourn? Why are they gonna lament? All right, or I should say mourn, when they see the smoke of her burning. It's not because they love America and they love the great American people. Really, a lot of these nations, they despise America. They hate America. And especially the people, man. They look down on you Americans. All right, they see how weak America has gotten. They see how weak and effeminate the men are. All right, they see all this shit that's going on around here in America. They despise this place. So why would they mourn? They're going to mourn because they're not going to make any money. All right, going back to when you scroll up to what we read, they have waxed rich. Okay, a lot of these nations gotten rich over importing a lot of their goods here to America, because America is a consuming nation, man. They don't export a lot of things out. They get more imports than they do export. Hopefully that makes sense. But so these nations that have imported and sent a lot of their goods here to America, that have waxed rich, when they find out America is going to be destroyed, they're going to think about their money, man. How they're going to know that they're not going to make any money. All right, that's like these nations are going to mourn like someone that goes to the bank and finds out, all their life savings is gone, and there's nothing they can do to get it back. You know, these nations, when they find America's going to be destroyed, these different leaders and these different businessmen that sending goods here, they're gonna mourn. All right, and I have let me see, I want to show you something. Well, first let me show you this. All right. All right, so this is the top 5 suppliers of U.S. goods imports. This is 2022, but I'm pretty sure it's the same right here in 2024. China, Mexico, Canada, and Japan, and Germany. All right, and they import all types of stuff, from clothing, electronics, for food, all right, even gas, oil, oil, same thing. All types of stuff they import here, man. That's why you have a lot of different ports. You have here in LA, you have the Long Beach port. Get a lot of imports. And then I want to show you a company called, because I see this on the road. I see this when I go on the I go to the ports. You see their containers, right? And it says, I typed in who owns Evergreen cargo ships, right? Evergreen Group. Company background, founded in 1968 by Tycoon Chang Yun-fu, Moabite. Evergreen Marine is one of the world's largest maritime freight companies. The Taiwan-based company is a unit of Evergreen Group, a transportation conglomerate controlled by the Chang family. Now, the Chang family that own the Evergreen Group, they're rich. They got so much money. They got money to pass on to their bloodline for generations. And they keep getting money because why? They import a lot of stuff here in America. They import. They're one of the known famous import. Like what's another one I see? I think it's called I'm not gonna look it up, but I think it's called Yang. I see that too. Or Costco. No. I think Yang. It don't matter, but you have a lot of different companies that import a lot of their goods here and have gotten rich because of that, man. So what happens when they can't import anything because America is utterly destroyed by fire? All right, because when America is destroyed by fire, it's gonna be known, man. It's gonna be one of the biggest. It's gonna be one of the biggest breaking news that's ever known to man. All right, people around the world probably won't even have the TV on. The TV will probably just turn on, and you'll see breaking news. Or someone may just watch TV, and all of a sudden you may be watching cartoons, but then it just goes to breaking news, because that's how important it's gonna be to know that America is destroyed, and not even, you don't even have to have TV, man. It's gonna be so great. You're gonna have earthquakes. All right, the earth is gonna shake. You probably might be from Canada or South America, or you look towards America, you're gonna see that smoke. You're gonna see the smoke, and you're gonna wonder what's going on. All right, what's going on is that America got literally destroyed. All right, so going back to Revelation 18:9, it says, "And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning." Right, when they shall see the smoke of her burning, because that's how destructive it's going to be. All right, when the missiles hit, it's going to create a big mushroom cloud. You can read that in Isaiah the 34th chapter. All right, Isaiah saw the vision of America being destroyed and the missiles hitting this place, and he likened it onto heaven being rolled together as a scroll, which is that mushroom cloud. Creates a big smoke, and it ain't just going to be one missile. It's going to be 200 million warheads. All right, which all nations that have missiles are going to shoot at this place, man. All right, and all these different businesses, all these different people that ship their goods, they're gonna mourn because America is destroyed and not gonna make any more money. Let's get a quick precept in the book of 2nd Esdras, the 15th chapter. Let me see. I will get to the point with this one. Wow. Yeah, this is a good one. Let me see where I can start. All right. Second Ezra 15-40. So the great company. Wait. Salak is Second Ezra chapter 15 verse 40. It says, the great and mighty cloud shall be puffed up full of wrath, and the star that they may make all the earth afraid, and them that dwell therein, and they shall pour out over every high eminent place in horrible storm. What is that? The nuclear missiles, right? Verse 41, fire and hail and flying swords and many waters, that all the fields may be full, and all the rivers with abundance of great waters. And they shall break down the cities, and writes different cities in America. All right, because you may have, you're gonna have all the major cities that's gonna get hit with missiles. All right, and let's not forget, it ain't just gonna be the missiles that's gonna bring that fire. It's gonna be the chariots. All right, and like for example, here in here back in L.A. Which one? I think it was the Big Bear fire, or the one. But basically, what started that fire was a car fire, which you had people that died. All right, you had a car that got on fire, and the people that were in that car died, and that's what started this major fire. Okay, so the point is that you may not have every city hit with missiles. Every like for example, you may not have the mountains, somewhere in the mountains that's gonna be hit with missiles, but you gotta understand that fire, how quickly it spreads, and you're gonna have all this fuel, all this land that's gonna literally be burnt up, man. All right, you're gonna have probably all these major cities hit with missiles. The chariots are gonna cause fire, and the fire is gonna spread out all across America, and then it's gonna be vast, man. Okay, it's gonna be fast, just like a fire can go out of be out of control in seconds, man. If you don't quench it, all right. And this fire that the Lord is bringing, all right, is nothing you could do to quench it. I believe that's even Second Ezra 16:3 says, a sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? Right, this fire that the Lord's going to bring upon America, there's nothing that they could do to quench it, man. Because once it starts, it's going to spread throughout all of America, which is going to turn into what? One lake of fire, man. Literally. All right, it's going to be so much missiles hitting from the east side of America to the west, to the Midwest, to the south, to the north, everywhere. All right, and that's going to cause, and that fire is going to spread. Okay, that fire is gonna spread. So let's go back to Second Ezra 15:41. It says, fire and hail and flying swords and many waters, that all the fields may be full, and all the rivers with abundance of great waters. And they shall break down the cities and walls, mountains and hills, trees of the wood and grass of the meadows, and their corn. Right, everything. Once this fire is sent, it's gonna break down the cities. It's gonna destroy the cities. All right. All the wall, everything that's built up is going to be destroyed. Everything that's standing is going to be destroyed. All the mountains, like right here in Cali, you got the Sequoia, you got Lake Tahoe, you got Yosemite, you got not Cali, but you got Yellowstone. Just naming a few national parks that I know off top. Hey, you even got the Grand Canyon. All right, all that's going to be burnt up, man. All right, all the streams of water, all the great rivers, the Mississippi River, the Colorado River, all your lakes, all that's gonna be dried up and burnt up, man. Okay, as it is written in Isaiah 34. All right, that's a good chapter to read. All that's literally gonna be destroyed. All right, it says, and they shall break down the cities and walls and mountains and hills, trees of the wood and grass of the meadows and their corn. And they shall go steadfastly unto Babylon and make her afraid. They shall come to her and besiege her, the star and all the wrath they shall pour out upon her. Right, they shall come upon and besiege her, man. America's gonna get hit on every side, man. You're gonna have missiles get shot from Russia, because that's the chief prince that's gonna be the ones that gonna start this nuclear war off. All right, you have missiles coming from China. You have missiles coming from even your allies, France, Britain, India. Okay, you have missiles coming from everywhere, man. North Korea, Iran. All right, what as it says in Jeremiah 50, all nations that bend the bow shoot at her, and it may not just have to be nuclear missiles. It's not, that's the nuclear missiles can't, and probably not the only missile that's gonna be shut off, man. Whatever shit they got, man, they're gonna shoot off, man, because this is the wrath of Yahweh Bashim Shai. That's what you have to understand. The Lord's gonna overkill, man, super overkill this place. All right, it says, then shall the dust and smoke go up onto the heaven. Right, the dust and the smoke shall go up to heaven, man, just like with the Twin Towers on 9/11, which is, that's kind of funny because it's tomorrow. 9/11, that shit, it's like when that building got destroyed, you could see the smoke go all the way to space, man. All right, what shows you what? That's just 2 towers. Just imagine all of America, man, what that's gonna do. All the smoke that's gonna make, man. You're gonna have people from all the sides of the world that's gonna be able to see that smoke, because that's how devastating this destruction is. Because this is not man doing, this is Yahweh Bashim Shai is doing. All right, and you know that the Lord is a consuming fire, and His Spirit is gonna be in the missiles, man. His anger is gonna be upon America, man. It's gonna be devastating. So it all makes sense why America's gonna be one big lake of fire. It all makes sense why America's gonna be destroyed in 1 hour, man. It all makes sense, because this is the Heavenly Father's doing. All right, so again, then shall the dust and smoke go up into heaven. And where's the elect gonna be? The elect are gonna be in them chariots, man. We're gonna be in the UFOs. All right, looking down upon this place. Lord willing, we are part of the elect, us sincere believers of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Lord willing, we're of the elect, man. We're in the chariots, man, because we're gonna see this destruction. We're gonna get front row seats, man. Literally, if we're in the chariots, we're gonna look down, as it is written in Revelation 15 and Isaiah 26-20. We're gonna look down and we're gonna see the destruction, man. We're gonna rejoice. We're gonna be in fear. We're gonna praise Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. It's gonna be something else, man. All right, we're gonna experience all emotions except anger and sadness, because we ain't gonna be angry because of this place, or sad. We're gonna rejoice forevermore, but anyway, and then shall the dust and smoke go up unto the heaven, and all they that be about it shall be well her. Right, what does that mean? All they that be about it shall be well her. Are they all the nations that are part of America that gotten rich off this place are gonna mourn? No, all nations that gotten rich off this place, they're gonna bewail her, man. They're gonna bewail America, because they're not gonna make any more money. That's why they're not gonna make any more money. All their money is gone, man. All the imports, who they're gonna give their goods to, man. All right, they're gonna mourn. They're gonna panic that they're not gonna make any money anymore, man. They're gonna freak out and wonder how they're gonna sell their goods. Who's gonna buy their goods anymore, right? So let's go back to Revelation 18 and 10. It says, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, alas, alas, that great city, Babylon, that mighty city, for 1 hour is thy judgment come. Right, all it's gonna take is 1 hour for America to be destroyed, man. And not just America, but for Esau's world's coming to an end. All right, Esau, once this prophecy comes to pass, Esau's world is over, man. You know, they're not gonna build after this. At least they're not just gonna come out of underground wherever they're hiding during this time, because they are gonna escape the missiles just to be put into slavery. They're not gonna come out their bunkers just to build again, man. All right, when they come out their bunkers, they're gonna be in change. Which, yeah, they are gonna build again. They are gonna build the earth, but they're not gonna build it to their liking. They're gonna build it to ours. Okay. Verse 11, it says, "And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore." And this is exactly why they're gonna mourn. Like the Chang family and Evergreen and many other families that gotten rich off importing the goods and having businesses, you know, because of this place. They're gonna weep because no one's gonna be able to buy their stuff. All the goods that they ship over here, no one's gonna buy it, man. All right, you're not gonna have Mexico, Canada, Russia, none of that, man. It says, "The merchandise of gold and silver and precious stones and of pearls and fine linen and purple and silk and scarlet and all fine wood and all manner of vessels of ivory and all manner of vessels of most precious wood and of brass and iron and marble." Hey, like you have like a list of things that get shipped here, but what comes to mind is cars. All right, yeah, you have American cars like the Chevy, the Ford, what else? Chevy, Ford, and Dodge, which, and I know Ford was a known for and I believe they still are for making their cars here, but don't be surprised. Like, you have other car companies, like you got a lot of Japanese cars like Honda, Lexus, Toyota, or Infiniti. All right, you have German cars like Audi, Volkswagen, BMW, Mercedes. You got Britain cars like I believe, what's that one car? It's just getting Aston Martin, I believe. That's either Britain, no, I believe that's Italy. But the point is, you have all these different cars that are imported here in America, man. You know, like for example, like you'd be surprised, like Japan. You know, all the cars that they make. You go to Japan, a lot of them don't use cars, but the cars that they have, is really not what you see here. It's different, man. You know, because a lot of these companies, they make the cars for here, for America. A lot of these different companies gotten rich, but real soon they're not, because it's gonna be destroyed. All right, it says, "And cinnamon and odors and ointments and frankincense and wine and oil and fine flour and wheat and beasts and sheep and horses and chariots." Yeah, and chariots, like cars. Okay, like cars. And it's a spirit. And all right, and slaves and souls of men. All right, and the fruits that thy soul lusted after are departed from thee, and all things which were dainty and goodly are departed from thee. Thou shalt find them no more at all. The merchants of these things which were made rich by her shall stand afar off for the fear of her torment, weeping and wailing. And alas, that great city that was clothed in fine linen and purple and scarlet and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, for 1 hour so great riches has come to naught, and every shipmaster and all the company in ships like Evergreen and sailors and as many as trade by sea stood afar off, because they're not going to be able to enter into the different ports of America, because America's going to be destroyed, man. All right, America's going to be destroyed, and don't be surprised. Those guys, those ships, they may be in the international waters or just entering into the territory of America through the ocean, and when they Americans get hit, like the tsunami knocks them off, or you know, we'll have to see, you know, or not just that, but they may get sick off the radiation, because it's gonna be devastating. It's gonna be devastating. All right. And they cast dust on their heads and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, "Alas, alas, that great city, wherein were made rich all that had ships in the sea, by reason of her costliness. For 1 hour she made desolate." Now I'm gonna look up the word costliness, right? All right.
Strong's G 5094. Timiates.
Costliness, and abundance of costly things. All right, costing a lot, expensive. All the stuff that they import, all the abundance of costly things. Like a lot of like the iPhone that I'm making this video on right now came from China. They make all these, like Apple. They that is it may be an American business, but they get all their product, their material, and the people to make them from other countries. You know, they make business deals with the head honchos, and the head honchos get slaves, and they pay their workers cheap, but they get the big profit, and they pay their workers cheap to build these phones and to ship them over here, man. A lot goes on, you know. I may not know the taxes, but it's good to know the basics. All right. Verse 20: Rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles, prophets, for Yahweh Bashim Yahshua hath avenged you on her. Right, man, because this place has drunken the blood of the saints, and we're waiting for vengeance. That's what we're patiently waiting for, man. It says, and a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence shall the great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all. And what's that great millstone? That nuclear missile, which the Lord is going to bring upon Babylon. That's going to literally destroy this place, all right, from existence. Be no more America. All right, let's finish it off. It says, and the voice of harpers and musicians and of pipers and trumpeters shall be heard no more at all in thee, and no craftsman of whatsoever craft he be shall be found any more in thee, and the sound of a millstone shall be heard no more at all. Right, no one's gonna work. All right, no one's gonna partay. No one's gonna have a good time, because America is going to be destroyed. Like, going back to the statement I made earlier, you're gonna have people that are gonna mourn, you're gonna have people that are gonna rejoice. And when I say rejoice, you know, people here on earth, but I forgot to mention, we're utterly, ourselves, the elect that are going to be saved, we're going to rejoice. All right, like it says in Revelation 18:20, it's rejoice over her, thou heaven, ye holy apostles and prophets, for Yahweh Bashim Yahshua hath avenged you on her. So we're going to rejoice. All right, if we of the elect and we get delivered, we're going to rejoice, man. All right, we're not going to tear, you know, we're going to have tears of joy. Let's believe that, but we're not going to have tears of sadness. You know, we're gonna rejoice, man. All right, we're gonna rejoice when Babylon is destroyed, because that's what we look for. That's what we want. We're tired of this goddamn place, man. We're sighing and crying of the wickedness that's being done here, man. Tired of this shit. We just want the Lord to destroy it, man. But we know that prophecy has to come to play, which is the MOTB, you know, World War III, which is gonna lead up to this. All right, but when this finally happens, if we don't do it to the end and we were saved, we're going to rejoice. Believe that, all right? Believe that. Verse 23, and the light of a candle shall shine no more at all in thee, and the voice of the bridegroom and of the bride shall be heard no more at all in thee. For thy merchants were the great men of the earth, for by thy sorceries were all nations deceived. And in her was found the blood of the prophets and of saints and of all that were slain upon the earth. Right, man. And hey, this place has a lot of the blood of the Israelites and even the prophets. You're gonna have brothers that are gonna die and be martyrs for this truth. All right, and nothing but blood of Israel is spread throughout all of America, and the only way to cleanse it is by the blood of him that shed it, as it is written, man. All right, on the 405, man, when you pass Culver City and Wilshire, between those areas, that was built upon a mass grave Indian site, man. Native American, you know. That's just an example, man. You have these lakes that were these major lakes that people like to go and swim in. A lot of them were built over so-called black man cities, man. You know, Jake, that was thriving in those times, that had their own city, that had their own shit, like, you know, Tulsa, Oklahoma. A lot of those cities were destroyed, man, and they covered it with water, with lakes, to make it a tourist attraction and a place to go to have fun with your family. A lot of people don't even know that, man. But hey, Lord, in this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha Kodash. Shalom.